Oh my God, did you hear about Don Lemon? Well, let me give you the scoop on the Don Lemon thing. See, they tell Mr. Trump we need to distract. We need it as faggoty as possible. You know, to really throw in their face, you care about the lawfare, but like not once. You're going to employ it yourself selectively and all this shit. Now, whatever with the First Amendment and the things, and I'm not trying to even defend the people in the church, even Mr. Lemon, because they're screaming at children in that particular episode. But there was no violence. But it's just, you know, the people still haven't been charged with a crime who executed that gentleman, even as they want to point out on another occasion he kicked the tire or spit at them or whatever. It's just, that's still not punishable by death, let alone an organized execution by a faggot in Customs and Border Patrol that's in bed, if you did digging, with the very illegals they supposedly don't like, even as other Customs and Border Patrol agents, as they show you, work real hard, some of them even on those shows, to try and stop the drugs. That's definitely not what's going on here. It's the haves and the have-nots, and then there's this issue. See, rather than one sentence of doing anything that could be construed as presidential or even American, even slightly, what they're going to do is the media on one side is going to go nuts. How dare they do that to Mr. Don Lemon, right? On the other hand, they're going to defend, oh no, he was an asshole too. Like, why you got to go do it? Whatever the do was something like look over here and that. And they're going to use it to and distract while just kicking the can down the road for just one more day. That there are Americans persecuting Americans right now on American soil. Not one faggot is going to report it because they're the Hydra cool people to begin with. There are lots and lots of money scams that go unreported in the news. And if you just followed the money, you would understand that the most corrupt country by far on the planet, which is why Ukraine and them feel the need to be so corrupt to begin with, even in the 2014s, it's our country, America. Then Ursula and the EU, they're a close second because they think they trump self-sovereign laws of the European countries, because now they're the EU. They technically have not one shred of clout the same way as the UN. It's a little different with monetary policy, but that's, you'd have no say on American soil, the same as Trump. That fucking fat piece of communist shit. They're all bricks in the wall. They're the bricks in the wall. It's the scam has been, left and right scam has been replaced with we still have it, but really it's not have it for that, because it's just people with public platform and a new scam. And then they're all just Canaanite cool. They had to normalize a backstab sort of religion to the children in order to keep getting away with something they've been doing decade after decade in this country, let alone some of the other ones. But the piggy bank's always this country, even on a global like retardation level. The CIA, if you understood it, would be replaced by you would dissolve and no more you can't disavow inconvenient truths because someone with a bad said that wouldn't stand up in court for one fucking second. You can't censor treason. You can't make treason top secret, and now it's okay. If you know, then you know. Or long as none of it would hold up for 1 second. Not one person on them. You should just say that. You're so obsessed. Oh, look over here. They dumped a bunch of Epstein files. Maybe that looks more transparent. Like, good on them for dumping files. But you think we care about attacking or getting vengeance for the past, while in the present, you're still doing this to it. Would you believe they did not fix one thing? They're still con artists cool, in bed with the crooks, yeah. And they like SS-25 Hail Hydra Stormtrooper cool. Even in the 70s, they had went with Stormtrooper and Secret Satan Soldier Terminator cool. And it was a problem even in the days of Convoy and all kinds of weird movies. Now look, I'm not lying. They are lying through their teeth. They're going to keep persecuting people who want the rights. And we showed them how it's done in the 90s. We can do documentaries. State facts show all the ways this cult or that was manipulating minds and just how sick and twisted. So they know we know how to do that. So they don't want us to have a voice right now or ever again. And they certainly don't want us, even a phone line, to connect with fellow Americans, because we're honest and would get right to work suing them, or at least getting a cease and desist. But no, we would have to go through the courts until one sentence in public, and then all the ways the society would just get it. Because only public scrutiny can fix precisely what is wrong with the ideology and the mentality, and the phone is good collusion. It's a terrorist, treasonous, domestic terrorist, but it's also like it's a global initiative. With this dark web hydra, you are a family member of the mob and the cartels now, and you'll just pocket money, baby. What more could even as they censor, as stated, God makes clear, even gotten the shot a couple times. Doesn't matter who you poisoned or killed, or whose body you dug up to make love to shame. And they even do that. I assure you, they even bragged to me they do that, and even pointed out to me that they even sued and had like people sue on their behalf just to try and get the constitutional right to dig up the body to do that. In addition to that, when really, no, they sort of do that, and then really what they mean is if they don't like you and you would never give them permission to do that, that's whose body they're actually going to be digging up here anyway. Then some try to rat them out by covering their song. You know what I mean? But this is a long time coming sort of a thing with the wicked ideology and the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, say no, occult, cool, proper. And they reconvened after WW2, baby. They're the storm. They went with Nazi. They do not see one thing. Then there's Obito Club, which is different and from the 1500s. But by the time Pike with the 1800s is certainly the early 1900s and WW1, they're fucked. The laurels have tarnished. And they're just faggots in the witchcraft. It's all they're trying to undo anything they ever knew about, like the truth. But the truth is the truth. And it's a state matter, whatever, with garbage or sneaky Pete clubs. You're not that sneaky, Wick. And we're just sick of it. You couldn't even be someone who is construed as not a complete terrorist. At least, if you're a pastor anywhere in northern New Jersey, you're a complete psycho terrorist, and I do know that. Not one sentence to help us, even one shred. Well, look what you're doing on a state matter to the community as a whole, to the towns. You've got psychos with cameras following people around just for one little thing. You're a complete bully right on up until one sentence. You're terrorizing people with fake texts, posing you can get right through to my phone, but loved ones can't. And that's not even a generic scam. I mean, that's the same. So anyway, local cops were looking into it. I even do know. Maybe they still are. Maybe I'll call and follow back up. But I don't know, I'm moving back that way anyway. I don't know what's what yet with my life. But really, until anyone at all helped us with one sentence of here's what you already know, but here's what you would need to get these fuckers to actually stop doing that to you and your friends. And pocketing money and all this horse shit over lore that they created, because it's just all day long, it's just Free Willy first, Truman from Truman Show second, Eli from Eli O, and Ark from Ark O, or whatever the fuck. I think it's Roach and the H for Hitler is silent, right? You people are fucking fucked. That's all I know about you and your raccoon horse shit or whatever. I know, it's Ark O and Eli O and all this horse shit O and even other stuff I know the scam from a young age, being Cranium Command Kid, and the one that Ray decided he'll offer this idiot up. I know what happened. So, that plus there's a couple there, so it was convenient. I have nothing to do with that any more than anyone else, but because there was some like nuts event when I'm around, and then another nuts event when higher power stuff when I'm a kid. I mean, that's what I mean. They're censoring Ghostbusters shit. I mean, something, some of those shots when the ground is cracking or whatever, I don't know. That's just a special effect sometimes, really. I've seen similar. I mean, these people have provoked our God to a fight. As for me, you're just fucked. You have a nice church service, you fake fucking Christian. I don't care if you're up north or down here and Roland's coming to pay you a visit. All of you can go to hell and you're gonna. And so I tell, because Chico and them, they my whole life. I think just on his last day here, I'm going to tell Stan Fischler I'm worried he's going to hell. What do you think? Should I do that, Timmy? What do you think? Should I do that? And I said, Chico, if you try to do that on his life, because you had the whole fucking 20 years when he was here before he's moving to Israel to tell Stan Fischler if you honestly thought he was going to hell. But I get what you're saying, because you want to take away everything, lest he think you're a Christian here or whatever it is. I mean, that's just very petty. You want to be a terrible ambassador, but really you're a Satanist. Don't care about Jesus. There's a little Chico inside of everyone, especially you and Raymond, who are sitting here doing that to me. And then that's the last time I saw you, even though I begged you when I lived in Lyndhurst, let alone by phone down here in Florida. These people are lying. They didn't even tell me my uncle passed away. These people are evil. You were even sort of slightly Christian, same as Ray, same as Roland, same as others like Minima. That shit. I think you're a Canaanite through and through, and that was highly intentional. I mean, of course, if you understand he's even quoting from Corinthians, which he knows well, he knows it's intentional. He hates Jesus the same as he hates America, and myself and my friends, particularly that Amanda. He don't like her. And they make it obvious. And they're matching it up with Ray because Ray's the entertainment guy or whatever. They are psychopaths. Yeah, he may have been a writer on the original SNL cast. I mean, they all got fired after the first season for a reason. But anywho, that's another story. That doesn't make me cool. It has nothing to do with me. I'm saying they matched me up to, they're just nuts. Because my whole life I tried to say, no. Don't listen to them. Oh, no, I'm just another small. Oh, no, they're just saying that. I even meant it, and I still mean it. And whatever the case with all that, I'm used to that. I was ready to go. I mean, they would come up to me when I was 10, I'm Willie from Free Willy at least, let alone this fabled there. They assure him it's this prophet can't. I have to refute it. You know what I mean? Whatever with that. I'm a mere Christian, the same as my other friends. And then there's these idiots doing a scam during the Cold War. Then the Cold War ended. Well, now they're really going for it. They like crime. See, they like crime, and they like Obito, the Freemasonry. They taught them, now they do the witchcraft Madara version of it, and do. But really, one sentence, we get to the bottom of a lying faggot who needs an off-ramp anyway, or God already proved, nah, you'll burn in perpetuity, and he won't bat an eye at it, you fucking straggot.